The Final Stand. After the daring escape from the Drakari Lair, the Odyssey crew and the Aetherians regrouped on the Odyssey. The crew was battered and bruised, but their spirits were unbroken. They knew that the fight against the Drakari was far from over, and they needed to come up with a plan to end the threat once and for all. The Aetherians, grateful for the crew's bravery and sacrifice, allowing them new information about the stronghold that would seem invaluable to the upcoming fight. Together they united once again with a common goal to defeat the Drakari and bring peace to the galaxy. The crew of the Aetherians devised a detailed plan to take out the Drakari threat for good. The plan involved multiple phases, each requiring precision, coordination, and execution. First phase involved gathering as much intelligence as possible of the Drakari main stronghold. The Aetherians used their advanced surveillance technology to map out the stronghold's layout, identify key targets, and monitor enemy movements. This information was crucial for planning the assault. The second phase involved a series of sabotage missions to weaken the Drakari's defense. Kaelin and a team of Aetherian operatives infiltrated the stronghold, planting explosives at key locations and disrupting the Drakari's communication systems. This action would create chaos and confusion, making it easier for the main assault force to penetrate the stronghold. The third phase involved creating a diversion to draw the Drakari's attention away from the main assault force. Lieutenant Thompson and Alex Carter led a squadron of fighters in a daring raid on the Drakari supply depot. The raid was designed to be highly visible and destructive, forcing the Drakari to divert their forces to deal with the threat. The fourth phase was the main assault on the Drakari stronghold. Captain Rodriguez led the assault force, which included both Odyssey crew members and Aetherian warriors. The assault force used the intelligence gathered in the first phase to navigate the stronghold's defenses and reach the central command center. The final phase involved deploying an EMP, electromagnetic pulse device, to disable the Drakari's technology and defenses. Kaelin, armed with the EMP device, would lead a small team into the heart of the stronghold. The team would need to fight their way through heavily defended corridors to reach the command center and activate the device. The combined forces of the Odyssey crew and Aetherians launched their assault on the Drakari stronghold. The battle was fierce, with both sides suffering heavy losses, but the crew's determination and Aetherians' advanced technology gave them the edge they needed. Captain Rodriguez led the charge, her voice steady and resolute. "We fight for our friends, our families, and our future. Let's end this once and for all." As the battle raged on, the crew faced unimaginable challenges and made ultimate sacrifices. Lieutenant Thompson, while leading the diversionary raid, Thompson's fighter was hit by enemy fire. Despite the damage, she continued to draw the Drakari forces away from the main assault. Her final act of bravery allowed the assault force to breach the stronghold's defenses. Thompson's ship exploded in a blaze of glory, her sacrifice ensuring the success of the mission. During the main assault, Carter and his team encountered a heavily fortified Drakari position. Realizing that the only way to advance was to take out the enemy stronghold, Carter volunteered for a dangerous mission. He rigged a series of explosives and charged into the enemy position, detonating the charges and clearing the way for the assault force. Carter's heroic act cost him his life, but his sacrifice paved the way for victory. As Kaelin and his team fought their way to the command center, they were ambushed by a group of elite Drakari soldiers. In the ensuing battle, Kaelin was mortally wounded. Despite his injuries, he pressed on. Determined to complete the mission with his last ounce of strength, Kaelin activated the EMP device, disabling the Drakari's technology and ensuring the success of the mission. Kaelin's sacrifice was the turning point in the battle, and his bravery would be remembered for generations. With the Drakari defeated, the galaxy began to heal. The Odyssey crew and Aetherians worked together to rebuild what had been lost and ensure that the Drakari threat would never return. Their alliance grew stronger and their bond became a symbol of hope and unity. Years later, the story of the Odyssey crew and Aetherians became a legend, inspiring future generations to explore the stars and protect the galaxy. Captain Rodriguez, Lieutenant Thompson, Alex Carter, and Kaelin were remembered as heroes who had faced insurmountable odds and emerged victorious. Their legacy lived on in the hearts and minds of those who followed in the footsteps, and a testament to the power of courage, determination, and the enduring spirit of exploration. As the galaxy celebrated its newfound peace, a mysterious signal was detected outskirts of known space. The signal was faint, but it carried a familiar energy signature, one that resembled the Drakari technology. Captain Rodriguez, now an admiral, stood on the bridge of the Odyssey, her eyes fixed on the holographic display. Prepared "Prepare the ship," she ordered. "We have a new mission." The crew, older and wiser, but still filled with the same sense of adventure, prepared to embark on a new journey. The galaxy was at peace, but the unknown still beckoned, and the Odyssey crew was ready to answer the call.